I mean, it's not cheating, but okay, because they go when the companies come merge, they going for more money. When the hospital merge and share business with each other, they're trying to help. They're trying to really keep the system alive. So that makes sense. Okay.
Very good.
Yeah, that makes cheating to me. I don't care about big business. I care about in the hospital.
But I thought sometimes that they do because one company, not it is for more money, but for is failing. Like
yeah, I don't understand. I don't continue with the business, and then the other one is kind of
right. We failing. It's just like saying so as why did Jordan compare with Nike? So explain that to me. So this before like that's a cheating, not as a.
Yeah, I mean that was his scheme to get ahead of basically. Really? Yeah. I'm definitely gonna say that was his scheme to get ahead because people still want to buy J's and hang J's on their wall and go sell them on eBay for millions of dollars. And I don't know what Michael Jordan does.
He's a basketball player.
I mean, I know he do. I know he played baseball too. But he had like a bigger platform than anybody
like he went to Nike. Get ahead.
Definitely.
So he sold.
Definitely.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
I don't even buy J's. I don't buy them. I don't buy J's anything.
So that's why I'm not.
I do anything. Adidas, Reeboks. I love them all. But those name brands.
So when you go back to the hospital or to two.
I didn't work for it here. Somebody else bought them, but I don't buy them.
What are the little clinics? You saying they're doing it to just exchange
information?
You feel like when business do it, they do it to get ahead.
Yeah, definitely. For interoperability part, yeah, because if two brackets of business got interoperability together, they would have so much more yielded. They would have so much more power yielded because all of the other ties that took to go into that business, AT&T, all the separate ties that took for that business Sprint to become that business, they all come together. That's how it's like cheating, you know.
But it makes sure that the system you have to make sure that your systems, the transport of information has to be smooth from one place to another.
Without any new time, last time, or this time.
Like if you ever watch something on YouTube and then it keeps circling, it's lagging because it's trying to reload. But when you have correct interoperability, then it shouldn't be pausing or making circles. It should just be straight information, straight streamed information.
Again,
you all right?
Those feedbacks. Yeah, it's important to do those feedbacks. But a lot of people are timid in doing them because a lot of times, I don't know what they do. We don't know what they read. When they do Google Analytics, we don't know what they read. Sometimes you gotta trust them though. Like that's why I don't trust iPhones. Because iPhones always say something about security or privacy when they pull up new screens. And Androids don't. And Windows don't. I don't like iPhones.
You do what? Because I got iPhone.
I jumped off iPhone bandwagon when they started asking me about privacy issues on YouTube, and I was doing videos asking them, "Can YouTube do this and this and that and that?" And that's why you gotta catch it sometimes when you get off your screen because I don't mess with it. So I don't mess with it. They don't do random pop-ups on Samsung. They may give you a better glitch, but they ain't gonna just say this glitch gonna invade your privacy. You know, that's not right.
Yeah. The folks are getting real cold in the freezer. Do you want to take them out? Yes.
I've never been an iPhone fan.
I had my daughter wanted one, so I got one. I'm not trying to.
I don't give them
Huh? So my life is the place to get on the phone, and I don't even like people be saying, "You don't use this." I don't even know how to feature. You don't want to upgrade. No, I'm not giving them my money for no new phone. I got this iPhone for free.
iPhone don't let you do much.
I've had Android and I changed the iPhone. My family fixed it, but I have it. I don't like it.
So what are you saying? Like, what's the limitation?
Okay, well I think I pay for everything. What is it? Like iPhone, you have to pay for it.
Yeah,
you don't need to pay for a lot of things.
Actually, you do. When you with T-Mobile, you pay for everything. If you got a Samsung Note 9, it's nothing you don't pay for.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't know what you're saying because I don't pay for nothing. What my bill?
So you're not into electronics like that. So
I'm really so minor when it comes to home.
you
Look, they still gonna charge you. Both apps gonna charge you. Both phones gonna charge you for certain apps. Both phones, however, megapixels and cameras not that good. iPhone has a better camera, period, front or back. Because that's only because of the web statics that Android bring in. Android bringing a lot of web statics. When you try to post your Instagram pictures, they ain't gonna come out the same on the Samsung unless the screen is. They're looking at it on CPU platform. When you love your pictures, iPhone's best on 60.
My kids got, so I got a, I feel like I say this for my kids because they FaceTime, like if I don't make it home or, on time. But the thing is, like you said, paper is the I can have a flip phone as long as it
No. I mean, like, if you're not into that whole stuff, then you don't need to worry about it.
So what
you
you
just use
pay
it,
for?
like me, I'm like always on my phone doing stuff, getting apps, and all that stuff. If you're not into all the apps, if you're just a person like my mom and dad would just used to call oh, how you doing? Okay, just
I do that and I get on Instagram here and there, but other than that,
Hey, screw the apps.
I
You
mean,
enjoy your phone, man.
okay, guys.
There's a lot of free ones on there. There's a whole bunch of free ones. There's a whole bunch of free ones on Android too, though. I think
So I'm gonna
Android
erase
has
this
more creativity. It's a lot more creativity to go with.
picture.
which I do. What about the people? I'm sure.
What to do? How to do apps? You never put an app on your phone. Please tell me you don't.
Like, I got class with JoJo, like, to
Boy.
like, I got
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be
What you got to do? Girl, get Amazon. You get Amazon. Get Amazon. Okay. Okay, well, I'll look it down. What do you want? Look at it.
I'm ready to do
Yes, she did. Yeah, I did. I did, honey. I did.
The new edition.
And then I know you know I get a screenshot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Show you another app, another cool app. Like your camera, like this game, like this over this game. You got little smart phones. I don't mean to be exhausted, but this one right here. I can sit there.
Okay, so let's come back to the lesson. Then we'll wrap it up for the day. Okay, so the High Tech Act. So let's talk about that. The High Tech Act. I'm on page 8. Okay, so the High Tech Act. In 2009, the federal government passed the High Tech Act, which shows that it's firmly believed in the benefits of using electronic health records. The act encouraged widespread adoption of electronic health records by authorizing Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services to make incentive payments to doctors and hospitals for the use of certified EHR. These incentives were intended to drive adoption of EHR in order to reach a goal of every American having a secure EHR. To achieve this vision of a transformed healthcare system that health information technology can facilitate, this act includes 3 critical short-term prerequisites. Clinicians and hospitals must acquire and implement certified EHR in a way that fully integrates these tools into care delivery process. Technical and legal and financial supports must be in place to enable information to flow securely to wherever it is needed to support healthcare population, and A skilled workforce must be able to facilitate implementation and support of EHR, exchange of health information among healthcare providers and public health authorities, and the redesign of workflows within the healthcare settings. Providers who implemented and proved meaningful use as a certified electronic health record prior to 2015 were eligible for incentives. So, High-Tech Act. We have meaningful use. Which is incentive to go from paper work to paper less by way of electronic. Okay, so let's look at this. And meaningful use has been around for quite a while. So going back to 20, let's say 20, well, yeah, let's see 2015. Let's say that. You see, we have 2016, we have 2017, we have 2018. I think I kind of mentioned this once before to you guys. I can't remember. In 2021, and maybe so on. Okay, so physicians that signed up, if they signed up with a certified through CMS qualification, then these were the incentives. Okay, so doctors, if they use an electronic electronic medical record software, and we're going to Google up some electronic medical record software. We're going to Google up some different electronic billing software. And so remember, for billing, the filtration for billing is clearinghouses. The filterization for electronic medical records to electronic health records is the RHIO. The filterization from the mainframe to the computer, and I'll write that on the board again, Nike, is interoperability. Okay, so I'll write those three traits down, how they work. Okay, but when they first started this, CMS rewarded doctors $100,000 a year. Then it goes down. So every time when a doctor takes too long to sign up, they're not getting as much as they should from the beginning.
Harper, now, do your insurance go up every year because of the, like, say for example, like the pay of doctors or nurses and stuff get paid. So when it comes to insurance and stuff like that, do they go up as well?
They go up. They have a calculation in the accounting part of the insurance, and they go by how many folks were sick with certain diseases, how many folks was hospitalized, and that's how. And then they tend to raise up the prices based on that, based on statistics. And so when they do that, it doesn't so much affect the raising of the procedure codes. It doesn't increase the procedure codes, but it does have an effect on how much reimbursement the physician can get at a discounted level. So remember what I said, HICFA, Healthcare Financing Administration, is the father of the RBRVS, the formulation of procedure codes. And the monies are filtered and given down from CMS, Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services. Then it's filtered down to each state. If we have 52 United States. Then once money goes to each 52 United States. The capital of each state governs how much money is issued to each city and each county. Okay? And then that's how that works. But so if you have so many, let's say Houston has a population of, I don't know,
6 million.
it does? 6 million? Okay, we'll say 6 million.
6 million because it was 4 million a few years ago.
Oh, okay, so we'll say 6 million people in Houston. And they have fixed where maybe a third of the population battles with diabetes. Another third of the population battles with cancer, whatever all the cancers are. Another third of the population battles with heart disease. And I'm going to say something, and it might offend y'all in a little bit, but I'm going to say it. If they take all that into accountability and they say, okay, so for a family, a single parent family, let's suppose, and you have children, it might cost you $200 a month to get the least expensive for 28. Okay, one disease will birth another disease. Okay, I don't think I went in depth with this class on that. Okay, so we're going to talk about it in coding. Meaning, if a person is diabetic, initially diagnosed with diabetes, 9 times out of 10, they're going to automatically put on high cholesterol medicine. Why? Because the doctor will say, well, your blood pressure is fine. And, the patient will say, yeah, my blood pressure is fine. Well, your cholesterol. And it branches off. So after a while, if you don't take care of that tree trunk, the body of the tree, then if you don't take care of yourself, it'll branch off what? Heart disease.
I thought the medicine actually did this. Because once you take a medicine out, it's a different side of it.
Oh yeah.
So you take this and it can lead into this. It's just like ladies on birth control. You get the shot and then you still following yourself up by not having administered. Then it causes something else.
I just love this doctor. Dr. Nagu. Dr. Johnson Nagu. He's off of Beach Nut. He's good. He's very good. He's a character. He's from London. Body chemically, don't be depressed, don't be sad, but at the same time, cool off when you feel I could tell when I haven't taken my medicines that I tend to get irritated, anxious, sad for nothing.
Do you think that some medicines are a mind thing? Like,
yeah.
I think some things are mind things. Like, I haven't, not what you said, but some people don't. Kids that have ADHD or ADD, you go, oh, he didn't take that. Once he take it, he'll calm down. And you putting that in the child's mind that they have this situation. And they think, oh, the only way I can calm down is to take the drug.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. When I was at Spring High School, they had some students there. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me get them to calm down. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. But what you say, I got it. You say yes because some people like in their mind, people like, oh, I need to take this to take, But
even like a cigarette.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to calm my nerves. I need to smoke.
That's just a chemically imbalanced, I think. Maybe something psychological.
But no, because like the reason why I say no because I used to work at a mental hospital, and you have some
people that was actually
like really off the roof and everything. But once they get that concept, they're good for like a whole 3 years, 4 years. So it depends.
Yeah.
You've been told this and you've been medicated so much now, so
They got
now
used
in
to
my
it,
mind,
so
I'm
it's,
used
yeah.
to it, so I need that medicine.
Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I just believe that I believe you should, even with kids, I go back to ADHD because the first thing that you say is,
They need
give
medicine.
them medicine, especially in the Black community, they want to hurt them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you're teaching our kids to really be addicted to
Yeah.
something
So,
that,
sweetie.
you know.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, let me pray with you before you go, right? quick.
Okay. I definitely think ready. I don't like doing that joke with instructions.
Oh, okay. Okay, sweetie.
That's just an extra one, but I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. All right, sweetie.
So,
Okay. Yeah. Sometimes it does have that placebo effect, is what they call it. Placebo.
so what is the meaning of that?
Placebo is so if you placebo, PLACEBO. PLACEBO. Placebo effect. So sometimes, like what you were saying, they're used to a medication making them feel a certain way.
Right.
And so if they give them, say like a sugar pill, that's what a placebo is.
Yeah.
Is a sugar pill.
That's not for diabetes?
No.
Placebo is sugar pill. There's nothing in it. So like some people, like for example, they have some doctors and nurses that will do like a drug test or a test on people.
Mhm.
Like one group will have the real drugs and the other group will have a placebo sugar pill. But the sugar pill is nothing. It's a sugar pill.
So you really
And
not.
like what's that word? We're so don't please on the placebo see how they will how the medicine will affect them, and then with the people who really have the actual pill and see whatever. But sometimes, but people might think that equals a real medication, like because they will find people who have a certain condition.
Yeah, so it goes back to you
Yeah,
playing a
yeah.
mind game.
Your
You think
mindset,
you only
yeah,
can
so
do a certain thing with